Hey guys, welcome to another Top 5 Tech, this time featuring Reaper. Let's get into it. Number 1. WRAITH form can be used in an extremely creative way to shut down Torbjorn turrets. As it turns out, if you become the target of a turret and WRAITH form, it will continue firing uselessly at you while you're invulnerable. With some coordination, this makes the turret extremely easy to take down as it isn't pressuring anyone. This is the best option that Reaper has to influence the turret from afar. Number 2. Be sure to reload before you use WRAITH form or Death Blossom. Reaper has one of the fastest interruptible reloads in the game. After you input the reload, it takes less than half a second to have the magazine loaded, and as soon as this is the case, you should use a skill that interrupts it. This will buy you a ton of extra ammo for the slightest amount of extended time by combining these durations. Number 3. WRAITH form to remove debuffs. By now you probably know that there are a myriad of skills that remove debuffs that aren't documented in doing so. You can add Reaper's WRAITH form to this list. There are plenty of uses for this, including removing Ana's debuff to allow your teammates to heal you, removing Discord Orb, resetting Maze Frost stacks, and more. Be sure to take advantage of this and use WRAITH form specially against certain characters. Number 4. Leave souls around strategically for opportune moments in the fight. Souls are oftentimes conveniently in the center of the battlefield, so if you don't need to use it at the time, prompt your healer to top you off instead or get a health pack. Leaving the soul in the middle of a contested zone is good for a few reasons. It effectively increases Reaper's max health, and there's a surprise factor involved because your enemies can't see it. I found that it almost always guarantees a win in an engagement. I can't explain the consistence other than I guess Reaper would be that much more overpowered with 300 health. Number 5. There's a way to utilize teleport to escape even in close quarters. What you do is head for a doorway, break line of sight using it, and aim the teleport to another place that's out of the enemy's line of sight. The terrain will protect you while you're initially teleporting, making it an effective escape rather than a death sentence if you just use it spontaneously, and just make sure that you're a little safe wherever you're going, as it's still fairly easy for McCree's soldiers and snipers to take you out otherwise. Alright guys, well that was my list. I hope you learned something, and have a good one. I wanted to ask you guys, if you've been following the channel for all of these glorious 3 months, would you mind pledging $1 or so on Patreon? It goes a long way in terms of making YouTube viable for me. If I've learned anything in the past few weeks, it's that YouTube kind of does whatever it wants with ad revenue. It doesn't make me feel too secure, you know?